You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming. It's something on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with Let's Play episode of Stardust Kids. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. When did rules bother you at all? What? Will you say that's not so? Now you'll get what you deserve. I rolled my eyes. I don't even want to think about what tests that they come up with. Hell, we share our trophies. I take Kurt. You can make tasks for others yourself. I'm already scared. I'll make my wish later. Shouldn't it be done here and now? I think I'll break this rule. Well, yours to decide. I may refuse later. You won't do it. I know you. Oh, tell me later what you have wished. You'll be the first I tell. And what will I get? Clover just can't wait. She's weird. She didn't like the previous task for sure, but she's looking forward to getting a new one. If I was her, I'd be afraid as David would come up with something completely unpredictable. My wish. He rubbed his chin, pretending to be thinking hard. Tell me more about Mariah P. You are friends, after all. You know everything about each other. What does she like in guys? What does she dream about? Why does she respond only to Mariah P? She has a very beautiful name, after all. David is always thinking about girls. Poor Clover, another interrogation. And if I recall correctly, David declared that he would make something more interesting than talking. Those were just empty words. How boring. Okay, listen. Starting with, I don't know what kind of guys she likes. That's impossible. He sat on the floor in frustration. Impossible, but impossible is possible. What she dreams about is a secret. I've heard David sighing sadly. She responds to Mariah because she likes it. And that's all? How deftly she beat him. She answered everything without revealing anything. If I was David, I wouldn't give up so easily. No, not at all. I will tell you something interesting. David perked up. I've got a secret name like that, too. Evan coughed, and Clover patted him gently on the shoulder. Weird gesture. He can't help such a cough this way. Secret name? It sounds like some childish game with nicknames. However, David's face becomes even more curious. After all, he cares about every girl in the world, not only Mariah P. My name is Navi. Beautiful, right? That's her star name that she was talking about? She doesn't use it because she thinks that she doesn't deserve it? Then why did Clover say it now? I'll never learn to understand her. Very beautiful. What does it mean? It's a secret. Hey, I have one after all. And you, in fact, didn't tell me anything. Not true. I have entrusted you with something really important. Clover hesitantly crumpled the edges of her skirt. Really beautiful name. Do you want us to call you like that? No, please don't. It's enough that you know it now. Since you practically didn't answer, I suggest something else. How about a peck on my cheek? How about a fist in your face? He came closer to Clover, but was stopped by Evan's hand. That won't do. Only one wish. But you didn't fulfill it. Have you heard it? She grabbed her dearly beloved walkie-talkie. Looks like aliens are trying to contact me. Clover put the squeaking and hissing machine to her ear and backed towards the door. Hey, wait! She ignored the call and vanished in the hall. A technique. Wow, I've contacted them. Works every time. Don't be afraid. She'll come back soon. Like you know it for sure. Clover can get lost in space for a few hours if you see some beautiful butterfly or a speck of dust playing in the sunlight. Well then, Evan. David put the hand on his shoulder, and now they both look pretty weird. My wish for you is to have an active conversation with Kurt for 5 minutes. What does it have to do with me? Seth will give me my task. Right. But that's not your task. Does he want to say that talking to me for even 5 minutes is a punishment? That's not true. But I'm surely not the most desirable interlocutor for Evan. Why with him? He doesn't hide his enmity at all. I like that he doesn't fawn over anybody, but nevertheless, it isn't nice to be out of the favor with him. I thought you would fit each other nicely. Sarcasm's in the air. I can't even cut it with a knife. Since when do you distinguish sarcasm? I've never had problems with that. Does he think I'm an idiot or what? I am, of course, not good at talking, but not this much. Seth, let's go and gather the cards, and you enjoy each other. Seth nudged me toward Evan. He's supposed to be my friend, but he just threw me into the beast cage. Evan and I are alone. Time passed, but the conversation didn't begin. 4 more minutes and we are free. Evan looked back at the guys and then finally decided to say something. What were you talking to Clover about before I came? That's it. He's still worried about that. I really didn't hurt her. We were talking about the past. What are you trying to learn? His voice sounds threatening. Chill, guy, I'm peaceful. Nothing new, the same planetarium. What did Clover tell you? She told me she doesn't know where it is now. I don't mind listening to what you think about it. The curator said that Evan was pretty active in the astronomy club, and not as flighty as Clover. He surely knows much more. If only he would tell me. She didn't lie to you. Lie about what? About that she doesn't know where the planetarium is kept? True. Do you know? I have a couple of ideas. So why didn't you say anything before? Tell me! If everything clears up now, then I won't have to ask Todd, and it'll be better for everyone. I won't. But why? Because your motives are unclear to me. Is that all? Our thing is missing. I want it back. What our thing? There never was a planetarium in the UFO Club. You know exactly what I'm saying. You're obsessed with something you know nothing about. I involuntarily clenched my fists. Doesn't he really get it? That's the problem! You all think I'm an idiot, although I'm the deputy head. I must know everything. There must be no secrets. Chill out. What? I'm not firing up. I'm not... We were interrupted by Seth, who stood exactly in the middle, separating us. Everything is fine. Yes, everything is all right. I don't think so. It's my phone. I looked at the notification. A message from Mom? Give me a call as soon as you will have an opportunity. Anything happen? I swallowed nervously. No panic. I have to go out for a little while. I left the guys and left the clubroom. I put the phone to my ear, waiting for the answer. Well, come on. Aw, ooh, she's adorable. Good morning, Kurt. Morning, Mom. Can you talk right now? Yes, everything's fine. I wanted to say that your dad and I can't come home earlier than the 16th of June. I don't know exactly when. So long? What should I do all this time? In the evening, we will transfer you money to buy food. How are you getting on? Is everything fine? Thanks. Yes, of course, everything's fine. How about your work? Why are you delaying? There are much more people in need of operations than we expected, so our firm extended the contract with the charity foundation. I see. Do your best at work. Of course, Kurt. And you do your best at school. School's over, Mom. It's the holidays. Okay. See you then. If something happens, write to Dad. If something urgent, then call Uncle Spencer. Yeah, I remember. You remember? See ya. For ya. I dropped the call. I don't know why I feel annoyed. I perfectly understand that my parents are busy with the right thing. They help the ones in need. But nonetheless, I cowardly want them to come back sooner. Yeah, man, you want a better relationship with your parents. That's not a bad thing. Everything I can do now is to be a worthy son and wait for them. So I wait. I think I've heard a fragment of someone's phrase. See you tomorrow, Romano. Romano? I looked around and saw 2 people, an adult man and Roma. They shook hands at parting. The man's face is familiar, but he isn't one of the teachers. Local psychologist, I think. I didn't know that Romano was consulting with a psychologist. I came a bit closer, but he didn't notice me, and he went his own way. I wanted to call him, but the phrase got stuck in my throat when I saw what Romano was doing. Is he really lighting a cigarette? No way. He never smelled tobacco. He doesn't smoke for sure. I rubbed my eyes. Maybe they deceived me? Nope, that's really Romano. He took his first poof and began coughing hard. What is he doing? It's not like him at all. I quickened my pace and managed to save Roma from inhaling the acrid smoke. That was disgusting. So, water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Okay. Kurt, you've got it wrong. What am I making excuses for? He scratched his head in embarrassment. I've decided to try. Looks like it's not my thing. You'd better try something useful. I put his cigarette out using the sole of my shoe and threw it in a garbage bin. Where did you get cigarettes? A friend from the club lent me. I was just curious. You're curious now, but afterwards you may end up having problems with lungs by the time you're 20. Ha! Words of a true doctor's son. What's that got to do with it? Every child knows about the dangers of smoking. Don't do it again. Ha! Sorry. I remember that I'd just seen Romano with the psychologist. Back then, I thought they were shaking hands, but maybe he gave Roma the cigarettes. No, nonsense. What adult will let a student smoke? But maybe. You weren't alone. The psychologist, right? What was his... His name is Mr. Jones. I have to make a few pictures for his brochure. So that's it. I see. I thought you were consulting with him. Heh! Are you sure you smoked a cigarette? You laugh every other word. Now he really burst out laughing instead of answering properly. Well, if it was something more serious than tobacco, the smell would be completely different. I need to return to the club. Don't mess around here, okay? Yeah, you're just like an overseer. Of course, you always need to be watched after. You all grew up so tall, but still act like children. You're a child as well. Well, yeah, but then again, I don't put any dirty stuff in my mouth. Ha! Have you forgotten about the catnip? That's really a blunder of mine. Damn. That will never happen again. I'll go. Wait! Do you still have much business in the club for today? No, we'll go home soon. And I'll go with you. And we'll get on the bus together. Shouldn't you do club chores? No, not today. Well, let's go. But keep in mind that if you'll play Munchkin, I'm not going to wait for you. Munchkin? Sounds fun. Looks like I won't be able to finish the conversation with Evan. He's not in the club. Did he just go away? I'll have to delay our talk. Hi, Romano! She hugged the guest that just arrived. Hello, Clover. How's the UFO search going? Thanks for asking. Today I think I'll skip this part. Seth, are you ready? Always ready. For what? To bring the tent to my place. We're finished here. What tent? Where are you going? And who is that two-tailed buddy hugged by Clover? That's Kurt. That's Kurt's and my friend. We're classmates. He's from the photography club. And by the way, he wanted to meet you. I, of course, knew that there were legends about me at the school, so what am I waiting for? I'll go to bestow my attention onto him. I can't miss it. Yeah, of course, but you can ignore my words. I can't count on anyone here. I was collecting inventory, listening to the noisy, cheerful voices of the guys. It's always like that. You, Kurt, work like while we're relaxing. I went up to the door. Oh, are we leaving already? I don't even want to answer anything. Then we'll go. Have fun here. Romano and Seth took bedrolls out of my hands. Wow, they decided to help me after all. See you tomorrow, guys! We brought the inventory almost without any adventures. Only Romano dropped the tent once. Good that it was a tent, not bedrolls. Of course, they're well packed anyway, but there's no time to wash them again. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a shout out to all of our lovely patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!